What's wrong with you?
Boys, there's a new kinda hidden and random set in Madden 23 Ultimate Team which gives you the first 97 overall card in this entire game. So Salsa family, and welcome back to another Madden 23 video. In this one, I'm going to be going over who the 97 overall player is, if he's worth it, as well as how you can get him.
Who?
Okay, now without further ado, let's get started and reveal the first 97 overall player in this entire game, aka the highest overall card in all of Madden 23. If we filter it on down by the quality, 96 to 97, and by overall, as you can see, the first 97 overall player is now live in this game, and it's 97 Austin Ekeler. And before we get too excited, the 0.5 completion special line is coming tomorrow on Underdog Fantasy. So as long as you guys have signed up using code SWIFT and made your first deposit on the app, you're going to see a line that looks like this, and it's going to say Justin Herbert 0.5 completions. And essentially what that 0.5 completions line means is if Justin Herbert completes one pass or more, which is basically a guarantee in his wildcard playoff game, if you click the higher, you'll be winning that pick. So yeah, that's literally a line which can win you some free money. So if you guys don't want to miss out, be sure to check out Underdog Fantasy. You can download the app by going on the App Store and searching up Underdog Fantasy, or you can click the link in the description. Now to start with, I kinda want to take a look at some of the stats on this player to see if he's juicy, to see if he's beefy, to see if he's worth it on your Madden Ultimate Team. Then we'll talk about how you can actually get the player, as well as whether or not I think it's worth it to scoop up this card. Now firstly, just taking a look at the stats, boys, he's got 96 speed and 95 excel. So immediately, this man is the fastest running back in the game. He's got 94 agility, 95 carrying. That's nice with it. Honestly, on like a smaller back in this game, I feel like EA Sports usually gives them bad carrying without even knowing whether or not they're good at holding on to the football. Austin Ekeler is good in real life and he's good in Madden, so we love to see that. Then otherwise, he's of course more of like a receiving back in real life, so he's got 90 catching, and I think the short route running is, yeah, it's at an 87, so pretty damn good for a running back. Otherwise, 95 COT, chef's kiss, that's awesome. 85 trucking, I mean, we couldn't really expect him to be that amazing when it comes to trucking, and then break tackle is a 96. Now, how does this card stack up to some of the other players in this game? Well, in my opinion, if I'm picking like my best possible running back in Madden 23, I want someone that can catch the ball, and I want someone that's more of like a power back, because I feel like it's a lot easier to break a tackle with like a truck or a stiff arm, whereas like spinning and juking really isn't that amazing this year. So Austin Ekeler is certainly going to be knocking off one of those criteria. He's awesome as a receiving back, but he's not that power back at the same time, whereas Keith Byers, as you guys can see right here, is really good at catching and then really good at like trucking and that stuff. So honestly, don't know if he's the best running back in the game. Of course, he is faster than Byers, so that's awesome to see. And if you're just looking to like build the best team possible by overall, well, of course you're gonna get this 97. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, Swift, how in the world do I get this player for my team? Is it worth it to scoop up this card? Well, let's talk about all that good stuff, because fellas, the Matthew Berry set is officially live in Madden 23. As you can see, the Matthew Berry 97 Austin Ekeler set is going to require every single one of his Matthew Berry selections. And yeah, there's a total of 12 cards that are going to go into this set. Cam Akers, Marshawn Lattimore, we got all the players that Matthew Berry has selected so far in Madden 23 Ultimate Team, all 12 players, and once you do the set, you actually get them all back as end cats, so that's a good thing. Want to open up packs with better odds than EA Sports gives you? Well, check out mudpacks.com to open up packs, win coins, and withdraw them directly to your account, and of course, use code SWIFT as you're checking out the site for 15% off. But fellas, let's talk a little bit about the numbers on this set. Is it worth it to potentially do this and make a profit? Can you maybe make a profit by building some of these cards that actually go into the set? Let's talk about all that good stuff. Now, in terms of prices, overall, this set really isn't going to be that expensive. As you guys can see, there's cards that are selling for like 30 to 40k. I would say like every single card that's a 91 or less, you can find for about 40 to 30k. Kenneth Walker, as you guys will see, is going to sell for, yeah, like 28k. So every single card that's a 91 or less is selling for a pretty cheap price. And realistically, you're probably spending about 200,000 coins to get those players. Now, next up, there's the 92s. These cards, again, I would say are probably selling for about 200k combined as well. 92 Evan Ingram, 92 Chandler Jones. Unfortunately, yeah, they're selling for about 100k per player. So that's about 400k invested into these two rows of players. And then finally, there's also going to be Marshawn Lattimore as well as the Cam Akers player, which you can buy for about 150k per card, which is another like 300k tacked onto that. I would say realistically, this set is probably costing you about 700k coins. And a couple little FAQ questions that I know I'm going to be getting. First one is going to be, Swift, what about the those other players that I got for doing my solo challenges. If we take a look at our Team of the Week solos right here, you were able to pick up some Matthew Berry cards. I think for doing like the second solo in every single sequence, there's a free player you got. And yeah, as we take a look at this right here, as you guys will see, for like Team of the Week, week 15, for example, when we did the DeMarco Murray solo, we got an 87 overall BND Chandler Jones, who was a Matthew Berry selection. But boys, those cards you got from doing the solos are not going into the set. So just want to let you guys know, if you quick sold those players, or if you were worried like, damn, I haven't done my challenges, can I get these done? Can I get the 97 for free? Unfortunately, EA Sports isn't that generous to us. Now let's answer the other couple of questions that you guys probably have. First one being, should I do this set for Austin Ekeler? I would say personally, I don't think it's worth. Now realistically, you're probably spending about 650k if you snipe these cards at a decent rate, and I don't think that's really worth it for this 97 Austin Ekeler. Is he even the best running back in this game? Me personally, I think I'm going with Keith Byers over Austin Ekeler. So yeah, call me crazy in the comment section, but I would be passing on the first 97 overall player in this game to go with a 96. Of course, he's going to be one speed slower, but in my opinion, I'd rather Keith Byers, and you know what? He's like also 400k cheaper, which definitely factors into that decision. Now, another question that people are probably going to be wondering is, Swift, are we going to be getting a lot of 97s in this game? And to be fully honest, I'm not exactly sure the answer to that question myself. I don't know if this means that we're now going to be getting 97s. I feel like we've only had 96s in the game for like 1 week. The first 96s we got literally came out about a week ago in these Canvas Zero players. So what I'm kind of thinking is, I think Austin Ekeler is going to be the only 97 in this game for probably a couple of weeks. Like realistically, they're not going to be releasing another 97, because I'm thinking with like the playoff promo, we're probably going to be getting 96s as masters. I don't see it being a 97. So for that reason, if you're again like looking to build the highest overall team in this game, well then that's where it might be like a decent idea to get Ekeler. Then otherwise, boys, another question that I kind of had is, can I build these 92 overall sets profitably? I actually did this right away and sold off my Marshawn Lattimore card for a really pretty penny. And as we take a look at this set right here, it looks like Chandler Jones could potentially be profitable if you get the cards for 20k. Those 89s, you need 3 of them. That's going to be like 60k right there, plus like 15k on the 86s. That'd be like 75k in spend for a card that you can flip off and sell for like 110, I think it is. I did the Marshawn Lattimore set right away and sold them off for like 200k because the prices were really inflated. People were like, oh my god, I want to get this set done quickly, and buying the card up. But I still think at the time I'm recording this, which is over an hour after the sets came into the game, I still think there's value here. I would say probably the 92s would be the ones to target. Maybe like the 90s look potentially decent. Usually players that end in an even number are a little bit more inflated for their value than cards that end in an odd number. I know that's like a weird thing, but that's definitely a tip you guys can use in Madden Ultimate Team right there. But yeah, I think that's really all I wanted to say about this 97 overall, a new set in the game, talking about whether or not he was worth it, talking about if you should do it, talking about how you should get the player. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to click this video on the screen because I think you'll really enjoy it. It shows you which solo challenges you gotta be playing in Madden 23.